Hi, we are walking. We, as in my fluffy husky, a woolly husky. This is Alta Vista, and we are walking up towards Plummer Park. This is in West Hollywood, California. So if you live here, you already know how to get around. But if you're new or thinking about coming here and being an actor or influencer, whatever, this would be something. You can skateboard, you can bike, you can walk, you can take little scooters, take public transportation, you can drive. Fat Burger right here in the corner. And you're gonna laugh because right across the street from that burger in Santa Monica, you got Astro Burger. So this is the famous corner in Santa Monica. You can sit outside, you can drop your mail. There's this and to the left or north and west, which is there, west is to the beach. So you would hit the next place after West Hollywood is Beverly Hills, Westwood, Brentwood, then Santa Monica. You'd be at the beach. That's that one. If you go this way, which is east, you'd be going to La Brea, Highland, Vine, downtown. So we're at this Fat Burger, Disaster Burger. Right there is Plummer Park, which is famous where everyone plays chess and smokes cigarettes. Yeah, they smoke cigarettes at the park. And even though I don't think they're smoking in the park, but they'll be playing chess and poker, and the people there are not too interested in big dogs, just FYI. FYI. When I say FYI, oh, look at him trying to get us. But we got the camera, so he's got to go around us. Yeah, I'm in the walkway, right? I'm in the walkway. You saw that? Like as if I'm bothering him when I'm in the walkway, and he's supposed to obey his laws when he's driving, right? He's going by the Astro. If you're in LA and you're like, oh, we're going to get the burger. Charbroiled burgers, pastrams, tacos, onion rings, garden burgers. I mean, come on. But I think it's all cash. So if you come here, it's all cash. So if you that's why it's convenient. If you don't have cash, you can just go over here. That burger. Credit card. Options. Right there, Sam? So, this is like this peach coral building. It's kind of like sneaky because then you think you're in Key West, Florida, but you're not. But it's kind of like a little mini Key West, Florida on this block with this peach coral looking apartment complex. So because we're walking, we gotta, and it's live. My baby's sniffing and smelling stuff. Yeah, because it's her walk. You know, we gotta multitask in life. Time is money. Time is money. I just finished. Yeah, there you go. Chick with a cigarette, right? Remember the old ads in the movies? Remember in the movies when they smoke cigarettes, like, oh my god, Betty Davis and all those actors and actors. It looks so cool. And then, like, what was that TV series? John Draper. Oh my gosh, drinking whiskey and vodka giblets and smoking with John Hamm. You know what I'm talking about. I forget the name of it, but anyhow. So we are walking north towards the hill. Kind of reminding me right now a little bit of Tennessee, where there's a mountain in the back and it's flat. So she's looking for cats and dogs and possums and squirrels and coyotes and raccoons and whatnot. Gophers, rats, whatever you got. This is an old Christmas tree. She's smelling. So you'd be walking in this neighborhood. There's apartments. Obviously, if you want to rent an apartment, this is a good area. Those have probably been in there a long time. They're not moving anywhere. Anyone has rent control or been in an apartment a long time, they're not moving because there's really nothing affordable to move to. You guys know the situation. This is a hostile takeover by a landlord and his real estate people. Like many people have been forced out. And they never want to offer you much. They want to offer you a couple pennies to move out to go into a $3,500 square foot, like 600 or 900 square foot place. You're like, I'm not paying a mortgage here on a mansion. I got a 600 square foot apartment for $3,500 and I don't own it. That's what you guys are thinking. So these are little apartments. They're probably never moving. Oh, see, you gotta watch out for like cars coming out, not paying attention to you. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Mr. Big House. Not paying attention. Right? Yeah, you know how it is, those kind of drivers. It's like, yeah, wait for me. No, you're supposed to make sure no one's coming behind you when you back out of the driveway. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's all rented out. But these are apartments. And a lot of people own houses around here, and there's apartment buildings. So this is a good place to look if you're looking to move into West Hollywood. It's in between, West Hollywood is between, obviously, Hollywood and Beverly Hills. And here's a little sign for rent right there. So that's good. You know, I think it's very helpful because there's so many scammers on Craigslist, and the property managers or agents, they never answer the phone. Like, they never answer the phone or the email. So it can make apartment hunting very difficult. And if someone has a room for rent, you don't know who they are, or if they're kind, or if they're gonna, can you sleep at night? You know what I mean? Are you able to sleep at night? If they lock your door as they come in there. Now this right here is Plummer Park. You see it? That green grass? So that's Plummer Park on my right. Plummer Park. A nice little park and lots of tennis courts. Yeah, you can rent this place right here if you're looking to move. Large studio, 818-693-2203. You'd be right in the corner as I walk by. I could tap on your window and say, hey, you want to go for a walk up to Wattles Mansion? Or, you know, the place right there. So I hope this helps those of you looking to move into West Hollywood, Los Angeles. Kind of get an idea if you lived around here. This is a very good central location. Very, very good central location. And today we have blue skies, it's warm weather. And we're going north up the hill towards Wattles Mansion. You're like, well, what's Wattles Mansion? It's a park, it's obviously a mansion. The Wattles obviously owned it, obviously rich, obviously had big yard in the front, big yard in the back. And there's lots of gophers for the dogs to smell and sniff. And there's lots of people that do picnics, bring their kids, you know, our parks are very tiny, like very tiny. Like, oh, here's like a little piece of grass at front lawn. And everyone's like, oh, park. Los Angeles is like, woohoo, that's our park. You guys are probably like, wow, our parks are like 5 acres. Here in LA, it's like, oh, a piece of lawn. And like Poinsettia Park, which is down the street from here, which I should have showed you. I was walking up from Poinsettia Park. It's a little dirt yard, like literally a little piece of dirt, no grass, and all the dogs use that. Like we deal with dirt in the house. So if you had your own mansion, you know, you probably have a giant yard, don't need to go to the public park, but you know, yeah, jam on it. Everyone's having a good time in LA. People working out. But like we do that where we live, of course. Jogging, exercising. My dog, this is her friend that lives over here, back there, Hank. He's a Great Pyrenees. Yes, he's saying hi. You hear him? Hey, Hank. Hey, Hank. Let's see if we see. There he is. Hey, Hank. Hey, Hank. There he is. You see him? But last time Thursday pushed her way in there and went in the house and didn't come out, and was just ran all through the guest house and back. So, but come on, Thursday. We got to show people from who haven't been to Los Angeles or thinking about moving here. I think it's so important because I was thinking about moving to another state to get reduced rent, you know, anything so you don't have to work 100 hours a week to pay your rent, right? When you're in LA, you literally have to work probably 80 hours a week to pay your rent. So I was like, well, maybe if I move to a different state, I only have to work like 40 hours to pay my rent and could live somewhere nicer, bigger, with acres. So here is Fountain. This is garden. Did you see we were on Vista, and Vista turned to garden. So we never changed gears, but I just want you to know that's Gardner. If you take to the right, that's where Plummer Park is. That's why she went to that way. But This is lots of apartments up here on Fountain. Many apartments. So that house looks like kind of like, doesn't it kind of look like a barn? Or what was that movie, Amityville Horror? They just painted it. And there was never a fence around it, but they just put a fence around it. Of course, everyone's putting fences up because, as you know, things have been getting a little shoddy. Day and night, break-ins, package thefts. So in the city, so that's a major problem to deal with if you move here. I don't know about your city, but package theft. Oh yeah, if you don't have a parking, they'll break into your car, whether you have good stuff or not, because they don't know. And whoever's looking for stuff. My 6-foot fence was jumped, and they went to the garage and took everything of value in the garage. So don't think about breaking into my house because all the stuff has already been stolen and taken. They left just what they didn't want, and I'm sure you wouldn't want it either. It probably has spiders in it and cobwebs. It's been in the garage for a while, you know. And let's see. Okay, so yes, there are rats in the hills, and there are gophers in the hills. And there are people that have ant problems in a lot of these mansions. So if you are even in Santa Monica, or if you live in a posh mansion up in the hills, the Hollywood Hills, the Santa Monica Hills, Palisades, just anywhere in the hills or anywhere, there are rats that get into the houses. And there's ants. And we're talking invasion of the ants, like thousands of ants where they like go around the whole square of the house. And it's like literally like the movie Alfred Hitchcock Birds. So this, you definitely know they've got rats. Just look. I mean, there's probably rats in there, cobwebs, and there's a lot of, no offense, but I'm just saying, look, that's been there for a while, and things have moved in and making a little home in there. So yeah, you know. So that's why some people probably like apartments. Like, I'm all the way up there where no rats can get. Well, we don't know about that. So we're heading up to Wattles Mansion, and we're going to be heading up to Sunset. And ever know Sunset? People used to cruise down Sunset, and oh my gosh, back in the days, and oh my god, in the 80s, everyone ate outdoors, and it was just so much fun. And oh my god, when I first moved here, it was like the 80s, I think, were like the roaring 20s. And the roaring 20s, and they were just partying and having a good time. Like if you lived through the 80s, it was just like dancing and having fun and eating and drinking, and everyone went downtown to all these major fun clubs. And oh, look at that little bird, isn't it cute? Yeah. And let's see, oh, if you don't have any furniture or you don't have any thing for your apartment when you move in, don't worry, because if you come here, we got thrift stores like Goodwill and thrift stores, and out of the closet, and people will put things on the side of the road when you're walking your dog, or you're just walking and exercising or biking or hiking, and you'll just find stuff, and people have yard sales. So you can literally furnish an empty apartment, and literally probably like 1 to 3 months, if you walk around, you will find things all the time, like people put out on the side of the street, or Goodwill, or those thrift stores. You can furnish it, so don't worry too much like, oh, I don't have a lot of stuff. You literally will. So this is a nice apartment building. It did have one for rent, but they just rented it. But this one always has something for rent, so you might want to check this out. 1400. And let's see. So we're still going up Gardner. See the beautiful hill in the background. Because we're in West Hollywood and not Hollywood, that's why you don't see the Hollywood sign in the background. Remember when I used to live at Beechwood Canyon, up Hollywood Hills, you guys always saw the Hollywood sign in the background. Well, I'm now in the flats, and we're walking up to the hill. And Wattles is west of Runyon Canyon. So you guys are all familiar with Runyon Canyon pretty much. That's the place where everyone hikes up and down. There's 2 entrances. So that is to the right of Wattles Mansion. So you could hike at Runyon Canyon, and then you could go to Wattles Mansion on the way back and have a little picnic, or whatever you like. So All right, there's a fire department. This is Gardner Sunset. These apartments, I don't think they're open too much, but yeah, I haven't seen too many for rent signs here. There's the fire department, and there's a really cool restaurant, bar, happy hour called the Electric Owl. It's right on the corner right here. So if you move into this neighborhood, this is going to be your little restaurant corner called Electric Owl. They have a happy hour, like salads and meatballs and, you know, drinks, and it's outdoor. It has a cool outdoor vibe, and it's covered, and then they have it inside too. So we'll see it when we get a little bit closer. And this is the apartment building. My dog is sleeping. So see, very nice. You see the fire station, little craftsman house, these big giant cactus on the outside. Okay. All right. So heading over. We're gonna probably just walk across the street so you can see the restaurant, because you're like, oh, if I move there, I'm going to that happy hour. Yeah, you can meet some people. And if you have a business, you can lease this right here. It's for lease right now. This one right here is for lease if you have, I don't know, a little, whatever your business is. There. And you'll be right next to Electric Owl. Really cute outdoor space. You usually have tables and chairs. But this is where you're going to want to go. She knows it. She's like already trying to get in, but it's closed. And what is it? The 1:45. Thank you very much for your time. Very much. And this corner, you do got to be careful, because we were having a happy hour and somebody hit someone and ran through and came right through here. So you do just got to be careful. Oh, there's where let's go. And here is famous sunset. That's the rock and the time over there to the right. That sunset going downtown. This is sunset going to the beach. There's famous Toy and Sunset, where you get your Thai food. It's open like 4 a.m. Tacos. So you're gonna Toy on Sunset. Delicious. And this is tacos. And then this is, so I just wanted to make it so you could see the whole area. You can either drive through, obviously faster, but I think when people move here, if you're single or an artist, probably like, oh, I might have to give up my car so I can save money in rent, because I can scoot around on the sidewalk. I can take Uber or Lyft. I can ride a skateboard, ride my bike, do electric bike, do electric scooter. And some kind of art gallery. Let's look at the art. And then if you have kids, you're like, oh, what kind of schools are the kids? Right here's a school for kids. So it's Friday, so it's open. Someone's office. They just sold this home right here. So some moved out, some moved in. And this area right here, north of Sunset, is pretty much all houses. So maybe you want to buy a house around here. This is where your kids can go to school. I think it's the middle school, elementary school. You know, it's right there. And these old craftsman style houses. Let's see, now we're getting towards the hill. Can you see the hill? It feels nice. It feels sunny. It's January, and it's, oh my God, it's in the 70s in California. No humidity, no mosquitoes right now, no flying cockroaches. So one of the things that people love about California is the weather and no humidity. But then, you know, we are due for a big earthquake. Not that we want to manifest it, but I'm just saying you do have those to think about. And, oh, look, a little waterfall. See? It's nice, right? So this is the school. You can see the name of it right here. The school, oh, that's their auditorium. And This is an old Craftsman. It's been here for a while. So we just keep going straight up. We're just going north, past Gardner. And so if you live in the flats, like say Melrose or Santa Monica or Beverly and 3rd Street, you'd probably either want to bike or do the electric scooter. But if you're walking your dog and you're into hiking, might as well just hike up, right? They don't have to worry about a parking space and getting a ticket. So that's nice. And the dog is having an excellent walk, smelling and sniffing. And like I said, this area pretty much are all houses. Houses. And when around the houses, you don't find too many things outside. More in the apartment. And when there's apartments, people are leaving apartments, then that's where you find more stuff that they leave outside, like that you could recycle for your house and go through it, disinfect it, smudge it, sage it, you know, get out the old energy and put some good mojo on it, good vibes, good energy. I was like, yeah, white sage, please, or Lysol or whatever. But I mean, some stuff is good. Just clean it if you can clean it. I'll tell you a story. This guy met with a billionaire, and I know a couple billionaires, and some people, you know, the reason people are rich is because they're very tight with their money. They're not extravagant spenders. But he said he met this billionaire, expected to be all dressed up and everything. And the guy had a hole in his shoe. And he just couldn't believe it. Like, because, you know, like when you're poor, don't have money, and you're like, oh my God, I have a hole in the shoe. How embarrassing. Oh my God, because it's probably your only shoe or one of your only shoes, and they're all worn out, and you're stuck with it. It's not the one you really wanted because it's cheap, it's comfortable, but it's not good quality probably. So, or you just used it too much and it's wearing out. Yeah, it obviously was very comfortable for him. And so I kind of learned a lesson that you don't have to throw things out just because it has a little hole. Like, you know how you get those sweaters, cashmere sweaters, wool sweaters, or sweaters, and it just gets these little holes? You're like, wait, I hardly used it. I kept it all nice. And there's a little hole in it. And you want to throw it away. Well, you get a new wool sweater or cashmere sweater or sweater, they're going to get a hole within a year or 2 or 3 or 4. So might as well just keep it. Maybe put a patch over it, or figure out how to crochet or embroidery, or figure out a way to like patch that hole up, or just if it's not too big, it's not raveling. So I really learned a lesson. And then one of my friends that is a billionaire, they bought their New Year's Eve dresses. And these people are rich, own things. They own like stuff, like they own a polo club. They own things, they own houses and real estates and land and polo horses and polo club. They got their New Year's Eve dresses at Ross. And so they didn't go to some fancy, very expensive place. So, and then also up in the Hollywood Hills, or up in the hills, people would rent out rooms, and everyone is renting out rooms, and you don't even get your own bathrooms. Like, people are renting rooms out in their houses. So pretty much everyone's renting something out. Their land, their backyard, their cars. I don't know what that is. Big something on the ground. And okay, here we are. Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood. West Hollywood. Hollywood Boulevard. All the way to Hollywood, and like it goes all the way to Los Feliz. But then I'll stop over here past Fairfax, like Laurel Canyon. Like over here, if you keep going to the left or west, you will hit Laurel Canyon, and you can go up Laurel Canyon and go over the hill. So if you want to go through the hill to go to like Studio City, you just take Laurel Canyon, which is to the west of here. Tons of apartment buildings on both sides. So if you're looking for apartment building, you might want to look to the east of Hollywood Boulevard on Gardner. On either side, there's apartments. And there's apartments on either side of this one. And that one's for renting too. You see it? That's right in front of Wattles Mansion over there. And here's a church. I forget which denomination it is, but the priest is pretty nice. From Ireland, and he's very sweet to me and my dog.
Hi.
Hello. And oh, St. Thomas the Apostle. And you do Sunday Mass. Oh yes, Episcopal. So there's a beautiful church here. Very, very nice. The one thing when you're up in the hill, it feels relaxing. The big trees are relaxing. Here's little doggy. It feels very relaxing. You feel the stress just jumping off you, melting off you, dissolving. You feel very relaxed. You feel like, oh my gosh, it's a little grapefruit tree right here. And I think it's a lemon tree. So yeah, you can be invited to celebrate the season of joy or New Year. This apartment building, I think they just rented it. So then once again, big houses, people with houses live up here. I think there's fewer apartments up here, but mainly houses. So we're all the way up the hill. There'll be like one more street where then you can't go any further. You either got to go to the west or the east on there. And yeah, this is a little spot that me and my dog chill at, especially on a very hot day. Huh, what do you think, Thursday? Where's the gophers? Where's Wattles Mansion? We're almost there? Yeah. So, yeah, there's a husky, I think. And, oh, this is parking if you go to the church. So there's plenty of parking. And, yeah. Oh, there's one in his backpack. Yeah, nice. You're strong. Strong to lift a 55-pound dog. But that's nice that you bring your baby up on a hike. If you can do it, my back won't be able to do it. I can't lift it. You go by here, this guy's always sweeping the dirt. And his front carpet. He's always sweeping it nice and clean. So it'll be nice and clean when you walk away. So thank you. There's nice pine trees over here. And yep. There's people that have some parties up here. There's always this mansion up here that has like some good parties. We won't give away which mansion it is in case they want to be low profile, okay? So, so this, you just keep going until it dead ends up here. Oh, yeah. See how the little hill? We're almost there. Oops, sorry, Thursday. So it's about a 20-minute hike, like maybe 18, 20-minute hike from the flats of Santa Monica. And maybe 25 minutes if you're on Melrose and 30 minutes if you're on like Beverly or 3rd. You know, because those all are south of here. So just go straight up here. Just keep going straight by these lovely pine trees. And, you know, when you film, they're like, oh, let's walk right there when you're filming, see? They could have gone either way. So well, let's film them. Right? Obviously, when people want to be on the camera. What you got over there, little one? Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm going to say hi to that puppy. So, all right. So this is the best news about this. You have two choices. Once you get up to this spot right here, obviously you can't go any further, or you're walking to jump over the wall and go to this person's house. So this is called Franklin. I don't know if you can see it, Franklin. This street is called Franklin. Franklin Gardner. So right, just like you just go 3 over and turn to the left, you're up Runyon Canyon. So literally go that way and get Runyon Canyon on Franklin. Like literally 3 blocks. And if you turn to the left, which is west, you see the entrance up there, that gate? This is going to Wattles Mansion. So, yeah. So this is nice. We're walking on the cement kind of thing in front of these people's houses. Put like this. I don't know about these because it's kind of like, you look, you're not even, you're like one in the dirt, one in the rock, one in the dirt. It's like, let's do hopscotch, right? Hopscotch. Anyhow, so there's someone's house. Oh, believe it or not, they just sold this house up here. You're like, wow, someone sold a house? Yeah, so if you want to buy a house, maybe, I don't see anything for sale, but this was for sale and it was gobbled up. And this is dead end, these houses. But yeah, they just sold the house and someone bought it right away on the corner. So this is Wattles Mansion. There's two entrances. There's two sides, and we're coming in on off of Franklin entrance. And so you can either go, there's two streets. So we're just going on this side street right here. And this is where people actually have gardens in Los Angeles, and they've had them for a long time. I really don't know how you get on the plot. This lady said her husband had a plot back like 20 years ago, and she pays $150 a month, and they grow fruits and vegetables or whatever you want to do with their little plot of land. And I think they're all filled up, but yeah. And so you can also drive up that street, but we kind of went around. So here's the entrance to Wattles Mansion. Here we go. Wattles Mansion. Here we go. Here's the phone number. Office hours, Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 4, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 3. Closed Mondays and holidays. There you go. Weddings, receptions. A lot of people have their weddings up here. And so there we go. This is our park, which is, like I told you, it's just somebody's front lawn and backyard. But there's hiking trails that go up to Mulholland and up to Runyon Canyon. So, and here's where you can, if there's, an opening, you can have your own plot of land. Like when I say a plot of land, it's like, half a closet. That's what you get. And who knows how much they're charging now. It could be $200 a month. Might as well just buy your own fruits and vegetables at that point, right? So don't worry if you don't have that plot of land. So nice big pine trees. And this is the garden. Like I said, the garden goes from there, side to side. That's the other entrance. And there's just big houses on either side of this house here. But as you go up, there's tons of gophers here. So if you do buy a house up in the hills, you're gonna have gopher holes to deal with. There's just thousands, like Caddyshack. Literally, you have thousands of Caddyshack gophers to deal with. So that's that gate entrance. And this is the front lawn of Wattles Mansion. And we will walk to the back to show you. You have a choice, but you gotta be careful for the cops. They will hide over here and sneak up and give you a $2.50 ticket. So with the dogs. But normally there's like no one here. But the people will call that live in the houses because obviously they have nothing better to do. Quote unquote, just being funny and facetious, Just making the time go by faster so you can enjoy this. And then you can come up here and go, wow, I have all this space to myself. It's quiet, no one's smoking. But sometimes it's very noisy. You'll get that person on the phone that just has the loud voice and they'll talk. Oh yeah, hello Kitty. Yeah, you want to say hi to me? Oh, he's just like, play with me. Woohoo! Oh, maybe he thinks I have snacks in here. Said hi. Hello. Well, what you want? You want something? Well, what do you want? What's the name? Hello. Hi, she's just like demanding, give me something. Give me something! Give me something to eat right now. First time meeting Luna. See, if you're walking around, be careful because the gardener hurt her foot or his foot due to these moles or gophers. So, oh, you can tell, like going up the hill, hard to breathe. Yeah, Luna. Thursday, we're gonna walk to the back so we can show everyone. So this is Wattles Mansion. I'll take you right in there because you're like, oh, I want to see what it looks like inside. Yeah, let's go. Like, this is the whole professional tour. I mean, this is the whole professional tour package you get for free. Free because you clicked on it. Free because you're listening. Free because you stayed with us this long. And look, we're just gonna go right up to you. You're like, well, how can I look in there? Well, let's see if we can go through here. I don't know, it might be a spider or something. Okay. See, they have wood floors. It has wood floors. It has like tile around the fireplace and kind of like this wood bar looking panel on the wall They have wood on the ceiling and kind of like painted like Art Deco green, black, white, cream, and the red diamonds. Do you see that? The window there, and like a little table. So I don't know if you could see all that. So that must be their living room. And then we'll just go through here. Hope there's no poo or anything. Oh. And disinfect my shoes later. So let's see. If you're in your front of your nice mansion, that's what visualizing is. Look, if you live up here, you're like, oh, look at all that smog and fog right there. Doesn't it feel good up here? I mean, those of you who are staying until this part, like literally, do you feel the sunshine? Do you see the green? You see, this is like why people come to Los Angeles. But this is like if you're retired, you get to have this every day. If you have to work 80 hours a week to pay your rent, you're like, you don't get to see this because you're gonna be inside working. You gotta make a lot of buku bucks to be in LA. You literally gotta be a multimillionaire to be in LA, because the average rent for one bedroom is like $3,000 right now. So if you have roommates, you might be able to handle it better. So very pretty. All right. So this must be something like the hallway. It's a big giant hallway. What do you put in here? Like the space, like whoever designed this is like, what is this? It's just like the entrance. Like what would you put in here? And the steps go there, and you have the doors to the back garden, and there's the doors to what I just showed you, the living room. And this one. See, it's another square room, maybe a dance room. There's like a chandelier, a window. When you can see my dog from there, they have wood paneling. I love the halfway wood paneling. Doesn't it feel nice and elegant? Feels nice. There's a fireplace. There's a door, like you know, what do you call those doors? French doors that open in there. And so you can sunbathe, you can picnic. And so this is this side of the Wattles Mansion. And this must have been like, I don't know, like there's a circle driveway back here. And maybe this was like the staff entrance or the mechanic back door. They used to let us use their water, but then they capped it so we can't use the water for the dogs. So we used to always have water here from the spigot, but they took it away. And that's gonna be the back hiking trail of Wattles Mansion, where we're gonna be going. My dog is over here. Thursday, let's go in the back. Thursday, come on, let's get moving. We'll come back up here. Come on, Thursday, let's go in the back. Come on, you gonna come with Mama? Come on. And it's so warm. Like if you come all the way up here, it's scalding hot. Like she's bathing. You know what I mean? Try not to, you know, shower her too much. We don't know. And but down further it was cool. All the way up here, you're like, you could totally do a bikini or whatever and sunbathe. So we're gonna go. Oh, did I show you the top part of it? Or balcony? It reminds me of Italy, European. A big giant cement balcony and a balcony. So it's 2-story, the Wattles Mansion. And then those are some pretty bars, right? It's like kind of like Fly Leak, Clover. That's really pretty. You can have bars in there. And maybe you should invent something where like you can, and from the inside you can open them up, so if there's a fire you can get out. So it's a prevent someone from getting in, but where from the inside maybe there's a lock that you can press and it releases, so you can get out if there's a fire or you need to get out, if there's an earthquake or something, so you won't be trapped. And then this is the big long driveway. It's probably where the guests come out for your parties. And they Valley Park. I love the wood beam paneling and the light fixtures. Right. Look at that. And ooh, the door's red paint and another beautiful fixtures. So, hello. Coming to the building. Hello. The red one has like a checkered board, and I showed you that room. And then there's a little room over here, and the wall looks like it's painted gold or yellow. I went to London, and this one hotel had gold ceilings, and that's the hotel. I think it's called the Commons. I forget the name. Something to see. And they They actually, look how pretty the woodwork is. I don't know if you see it. There's little squares woodwork with little flowers on the ceiling. They have really pretty ceilings. And then the candles and the floor. Red door. I think I should do this. So over here. Oh, in London, the hotel, they had gold ceilings. Actually painted the ceilings with gold or the wallpaper. And they have little mini Herods in there. Yeah, I went to London and my friend showed me around. It was really nice. So this is the back of their house. There's like some columns with balconies. I like that this house has tons of balconies and columns, like everywhere. Balconies and columns. I love balconies and columns. So they want to do the construction of my house. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? Like, oh yeah, I'd like a house like this with a giant front lawn, giant back lawn, and they had like koi ponds and stuff like that. So let's see, my dog's gonna be stuck up there because she can't go all the way. She's gonna come in here. Thursday, come back this way. See, Wattles Mansions and Gardens. Meetings, weddings, receptions. Welcome you. Thursday, come this way. Thursday, come this way. Just having a good time. Oh yeah. So this is behind Wattles Mansion. There's a park for dogs back there, whatever, show you, and people have trail canyons that kind of all circles back together. So, you know, and some people use this little stretch of lawn up here to be a little bit more private. You know, just pick your area because, you know, everyone likes to have their little spot. Because as soon as you have some place, like they probably went there and then, oh, these people came and these people, you're like, oh, people like to have their own areas. But you do got to be careful with your footing because those gopher holes, you can really trip and fall, sprain your ankle, or hurt your feet. Many people have hurt their feet. And like when I say there's thousands of gophers and thousands of holes, yeah, literally. Where's my husky? Thursday! Maybe I'll go around this way and she'll come. But she jumps. I don't want her to jump. She'll just, she jumps over 6 fences. My 7-year-old dog. Thursday, where are you, boo-boo? So if you come here, you'll see people walking their dogs, having picnics, like I said, just chilling, talking, relaxing, you know, because if you don't have your own big, giant 5-acre, 1-acre, whatever, quarter-acre, big, giant mansion, you're not going to have your own big, giant front yard. Or he's got, like, little clothes on. Or, look how cute. Little doggy looks cute. So, yeah. Oh, my dog's over there. Thursday! Come on, bub. You coming with mommy? Thursday. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Yeah, my dog, if there's a picnic, she's literally like a dog shark. Like, na-na-na-na-na, dog shark. Do you got any goodies for me? And she's very polite, very coy, like very mannerly. Like, hey, don't you want to give me something? Here she is. Thursday, coming? Come on. She's having a good time up here. Like, if you have a dog, like, this is a palace for a dog. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, don't jump this way. Can you come down? No. No, I want you to come down around this way. Come on. Yeah, because she will jump, and I don't want her to hurt herself. She's 7. So she's a tough cookie. She jumps out of windows. There's firecrackers. Come on. Come here, please. Come on, little wolf. Can you come this way? Why don't you come down this way? It's better. We're going to go in the back. We're going to go. Come on. Can you come? People are like, come on, we want to see the back of the Wattles Mansion. I mean, you know, when people are watching, they're like, see, this is real. This is not edited. Oh, look at her. She's like doing a balance beam. Is she going to ignore me? She's not going to come. Yeah, she's coming. She's playing hard to get. Thursday, we're going to go back here. Come on. Let's go see the meow meows this way. Come here. Yeah, you can come without the leash then. Come on. But do be careful for the cops I told you about. They're just not the nicest. Like I said, these will give you a ticket. So you do have to, FYI, watch that. I'm not kidding. So bring a long leash, the 30-foot leash, or the one, the retractable leash. I forgot it because it's heavy. All right, so you can park over here in front of somebody's nice big mansion or in front of Wattles and come and hike and just have time. Oh. So we're just heading up. And there's many, many more secrets. You're like, wow, that Wattles Mansion, it just keeps going and going. Yeah. Oh. Wattles Garden Park. park. So you have to go all the way back down, around, and then go through this entrance. And this is the back of Wattles Mansion, where there's shamans, Shaman Marcus. Drum circle that I've been to. It was my first one. I was like, wow, those drums are cool, and flutes, and he also Marcus, Healing with Marcus, drum circle at Wattles Mansion. I think it's Wednesday at 4 o'clock. And it got really cold in December, January, so cold for California. Yeah. So here you can have, if you're really rich, you can buy a big giant mansion with wings connecting on the hill. Bite me over. So okay, this is so that's where the gate ended, and I had another entrance. This is called the back entrance of Wattles Mansion, and there's lots of trails here that go all the way back up to Mulholland and go up and around to Runyon Canyon. There's one trail on this side, and this is the back Wattles Mansion. It's fenced off where old koi ponds used to be. See these rocks where old koi ponds? Where koi were. It was like a botanical garden. But thanks, you know. And that's in summer. So yeah. See, there used to be koi ponds all over here, and you could see like the gardens, the little mazes and the edges. The nice when they fenced that off. But and so this is the back, like these little columns, like you pretend like you're in Italy or Greece. Go up the steps. And do mind your feet. You can trip, hurt your ankle, sprain your foot, really hurt your foot. So up here is the trail that will go all the way up. You can hike this trail. You go all the way up there. This is where the dogs are. Somebody lost their skateboard. You just keep going up here. You know, you'll see random people sleeping here and there. But so this is the back where the dogs can play. Some people like it to be out of sight of the police guards. So my dog is looking for water. I wonder if someone helped her. And I wanted to show you what's up there. What's up there? And you're like, okay, I've been watching your live video. You didn't show me what's up there. I'm going to show you what's up there. I'm going to take you what's up there. What's back there? What's back there or up there? North of there in the hill. It's going to be really, really, really cool, especially if you're an artist. I really like privacy and walking all the way up in the hill. So isn't that beautiful? Hear the birds? And most of you are like, yeah, we don't live in the city. Of course we have trees and greenies. Like this is, well, for us it's like, ooh, one house with a yard in the front and the back. When you're in the city, you're like, yeah, trees and mountains. For us it's like, ooh. My dog is thirsty. I hope he gives her some water. She's looking for water. All right, so I'm gonna fantasy Alice in Wonderland garden. Somebody made it real cute with little statues, and this is what it used to look like before, you know, Wattles Japanese garden. And there's little trails, and people put things here, like this little Buddha statue, the little girl statue, little bench, they paint this. I mean, they make it really cute. Like someone put a little dog thing here, the Winnie the Pooh, where plants can grow in it. There's a little meditations, a little place you can sit down, relax over here. Like they made it kind of like whimsical, fantasy Alice in Wonderland. So, yeah. So I love that part about it. you know, when a friend calls you to go hiking when you're already at the hiking place. Oh, look, there's a little Buddha right there. Oh, I was going to show you up there. So it's really cute. They put little things, you know, they planted little plants and made it really whimsical. For us in the city, you're like, oh, this is such an oasis. You feel like you're outside of the city. See over here? You can go up this thing.